In this tutorial, I'm going to go over 3 features of Schoology: the messages, people, and subscription options. So when you log into Schoology and get into the home screen, you'll see these 3 options over on the left hand of the side: messages, people, and subscriptions. We'll start with messages. If you click on messages, you'll see a screen that looks like this. You have an inbox similar to an email account. However, messages is not an email account. It's very different. It's sending messages only within Schoology to other Schoology users. So if we have any messages that have been sent via Schoology, you will see them showing up in here. Right now, Sample Teacher does not have any messages in his or her inbox. If I want to send a message, I can click on the plus new message, and it'll give me a screen that shows who I want to put the message or give the message to, the subject of the message, and then the message itself. So if I want to send a message to Mrs. Amanda Meyer, I might put in Amanda, and it will start to identify people with that name. When I see the one I want, I can click on it. I can add additional people to that message by clicking more names, by typing and selecting those other names. The subject is going to be a sample message, and the message is sample message for Amanda Meyer. Now at this point, there are a few options down at the bottom. You can attach a file to your message. You can attach a link to a website to your message. You can attach a resource from your personal resource files to a message. You can also attach an audio or video recording to this message. Remember, these messages are for any Schoology users, including teachers and students alike. When you're ready, you hit send and your message goes away. I'm going to hit cancel. When you send a message, you'll be able to find it in your Sent Messages tab. Again, this teacher has not received any messages yet, so there's nothing there, but you can also write a new message from here as well. When you receive messages, the other place you might see them besides your inbox is way up here on the top of your screen is this envelope, and that will get a little like number 1 or number 2 up by the envelope's corner to show how many messages you have. If you click on that envelope, it gives you a little overview of your messages. You could write a new message from there as well. If you want to see your messages, click See All, and it brings you back to this original screen. So in Schoology, there are always multiple ways to do any one thing. That's just a couple different ways to get into your messaging. The next tab down is for the people that are connected to you via Schoology. So if you click on the people, you can see we have an entire school directory here. All the people in the Schoology group at Springfield High School and Springfield Elementary School, as well as administrators and some secretaries, students will show up in here as well, will be listed in the school directory. So feel free to jump around by a letter of last name because it is pretty extensive. If you want to go through just in order, these little arrows allow you to do that as well. Each person has an Add Connection button. So if you want to add a connection to that individual to allow you to share updates and resources with them more easily, you can do that. Also, you can send a message directly from here. So if I click on the little mail icon, I can send a message to Michelle with a subject and message just as before, and all those options down at the bottom. Also, if you've made any connections, those people that you've connected with will show up in this list, and they will have those same options to send a message to them. And Schoology will also suggest educators to you, both in your school and outside of your school, that you have not yet made any connections with. So depending on their privacy settings, they may or may not have an Add Connection box by their little profile so that you could connect with them via Schoology as well. So that's the people option. The last one is subscriptions. Everybody is automatically enrolled in the subscription to the Schoology blog. As you can see over here on the right, it says subscribe blogs, Schoology blog. If you no longer want to receive the Schoology blog, you hit the X and it will unsubscribe you. You can see the articles that are coming out, information about Schoology, some updates, some different news articles. If you're interested in those kinds of things, then you'll want to stay subscribed. If you have any other blogs that you've been subscribed to through Schoology, if you click this More button, they will show up in here. So far, Sample Teacher is only subscribed to the Schoology blog, however. Usually the way that you would get subscribed to other blogs is by joining a group, and that group has the blog. Or if you've made a connection to another teacher, and that other teacher has a blog that you're subscribed to. As you can see, you can make comments on the blogs, you can like the blogs, you can see how many other people liked it, so forth and so on. So just as a review from the home screen, messages can be accessed in two different places, either on the left-hand side or up here at the top. People is a list of all the people in our school, in your connections, and suggested educators. It's a simple way to find someone that you want to send a message to. And subscriptions has to do with blogs that you're following within either Schoology groups or with personal connections.